So I checked out this Young Turks video and I didn't watch it because I was far more interested in what the comment section would be like rather than what the Young Turks were mentioning, because basically the story was about how this barbershop got fined $750 in America. Obviously America, I mean, since when have the Young Turks talked about private businesses over in Britain, unless it's hit worldwide news? None at all. But I was interested in the comment section because I wanted to make sure I could see the hypocrites. Now I'm sure the Young Turks shared this opinion and I'll probably watch the video at some point, but most people would have taken the stance, the libertarian stance, that this is a private business and they can serve who they want to serve, and that's well within US law, and I guess it's within UK law too. You can serve whoever you want to serve. It's your right as a private business. But I'm not taking that route because I'm not an economist. I am not economically driven, apart from just trying to survive and, maybe become famous making things that I like. Mainly, videos and art and films and TV shows, shit like that. That's what I'd like to make money on. Stuff that I enjoy. My passions. Nothing better than making money about things that you love. Doing things that you love. So anyway, back on topic. I look at the comment section and you've got the few rational heads saying this is a barber shop. Obviously the barbers are trained to serve men, to cut men's hair, not women's hair, and therefore it is reasonably assumed that these guys don't have to serve women because, a lot of women's hair salons don't serve men. A lot of them do. I think most of the ones I've been to serve men, and they do a really good job, but I'd prefer a barber because, they know how to cut my hair better than they do, which is just, the way they've been taught, they've been taught specifically to do it for men, not for women. So, that's my personal preference. So, I'm in the comments, I'm scrolling down and hear these guys saying they have a right to serve who they want to serve. And then these other people, the social justice warriors, our friends, our young friends over at Social Justice Warrior Land just can't help but, say one thing and then say another. So here we go with them saying, well, that's a very nice libertarian stance you can take, this person said to this one, but these guys broke the law. It is against the law to discriminate against people based on their gender and their race and their blah 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 blah, whatever, And then this person was like, well, they're not discriminating against their gender. These people serve a particular group of people, therefore it can be reasonably assumed that they therefore don't have to serve another particular group. Because, I don't know, maybe they're not trained to cut women's hair. I don't know how hairdressing and being a barber works, but I assume there are different methods to cut women's hair than men's hair, because, the men, they do that thing with their hands to get your hair up and they go like that. Well, women's hair's different, unless they've got short hair, but even then, I've seen them do it differently. So, different things. And then we've got the other group of SJWs who are saying, why, men can't have their own personal spaces. Well, how come women can't be allowed in this place? This is sexist. But then a few are saying, well, how come women can have their safe spaces, but men can't? Why can't we have places where women are not allowed? How come you can have places that men are not allowed, like ladies' night in bars and women's only salons, for example, etc, etc, etc. I could go on. Oh, women's gyms is a very big one as well. That's a big one. How come we can't have our own little safe space to call our own, so we can hang out with our bros and play COD and drink? Not just alcohol, but, the odd Coca-Cola for the people who abstain. Just have a nice time with the lads. And spending time with the lads doesn't have to be a bad, boisterous thing. It can be a nice, relaxing thing. Read your newspaper, say, oh, hello, how are you, old bean? How's the kids? Oh, how's that, MGS5 thing going? Yeah, no, I'm going to keep referencing it until it gets out of my head. Things like that. Just hanging out. Women can do that, but for some reason, men cannot. And that really pisses me off, because these people just don't see how hypocritical they are. They say, this is a men's club. This is an old boys club. We need to smash it. We need to get more women in it. As if, on the other hand, they're saying, oh, there's not enough women in here. Oh, we can't have men here. This is a women's space. Please go away. How is that fair? How is that not hypocritical? And please tell me how the logical reasoning works for you to get from one state of affairs to another case of affairs, social justice warriors. Oh, and let's not forget the reverse prejudice. We have one guy saying that, can we just have a place to call our own without any women? And the barbershop is one of the few places currently on the earth where we can have that, because it's a very, I guess in America, I'm not so sure in Britain, But you guys have some kind of little tiny barber culture, I guess, is what this guy, one of the commenters, was referring to. And, you know, it's not really a woman's thing. I don't know why. I mean, I've never seen a woman in a barber shop unless she's taking the kids. But I don't know. I don't know how it works over there. We just get our hair cut. That's about it. But you guys seem to have a whole culture there. I've seen it in movies and shit, you know. That's how the quartet arrived and everything. So, you know, he's saying it's a traditional male space and there's nothing wrong with that. And I agree, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with traditional female spaces either. We all have our places we want to get away from each other because too much exposure to both genders tends to get a bit of conflict every now and then. So it's okay for women to take a break, and it's okay for guys to have a break. But for some reason, we can't have it both ways. We can only have female spaces, and everywhere else, men can't have their own. So he's saying that, and then other people saying, why? Do you want it to be gay? And that's what I mean by reverse prejudice, because then someone comes out with a gay joke. Yeah, apparently these social justice warriors are all for LGBT people and don't like jokes about gay and lesbian and bi people, unless they're the ones telling the jokes. You see, if we were to do a gay joke, we'd be, you know, castrated and sent to the Twitter lynch mob for punishment. But these guys, they get a free pass because it's okay when they're doing it. Because, you know, they're for equal rights, but we're not, apparently. So, there we have it. There's that other part. And then the other guy says, well, look, guys just want to break for women every now and then. We want to have time on our own. We want to be with our friends. Is that too much to ask? And they were like, no, no. This place is an old white man's club and this is discrimination. This is against the law and it's not right. I am for equality and you are not. You are prejudice. You are a misogynist sick lord. I'm paraphrasing, but, you know, that was the genuine gist of it, and I just don't understand why it's so bad. Why is it so bad? Why can't guys have their own little club or their own little place where they can just spend time with each other? There's nothing wrong with that. They used to have it in the past, but now we can't seem to have it. And I am not a chauvinist. I am not very masculine, nor am I effeminate either. I'm just me, alright? I'm in the middle. I don't know how to explain my masculinity. I don't have to prove it to anyone. I don't have to describe it in any way either. Why should I have to? All I'm saying is that as a guy, every now and then, I wouldn't mind a safe space with guys. Because the only safe space that is legitimate in any way is I don't know. I guess it's the homeless shelters and the abuse centres, and they're few and far between. They're the only things that these social justice warriors will at least moderately accept. But if I want to go to an all-man's gym or an all-man's bowling club, I don't know why, that just came into my head. That's against their worldview. That is wrong. But if it was an all-women's gym or bowling club, that's okay because it's women. That's the only reason that they can come up with it. It's because it's women, it's for equal rights, and women should do whatever they want. Yeah, women can do what they want, but so can guys. But anyway, those are just my thoughts. What are yours? To quote Mundane Matt. Like and share the video, subscribe to my channel, and sayonara, people.